All right, folks, coming to you from Post Falls High School Stadium. We're looking forward to this game. Post Falls freshmen versus Moses Lake. We saw the senior game, the varsity game last night, Post Falls versus Moses Lake. Had some fantastic plays by both sides. Picked up real close in the third quarter. Post Falls ended up taking the match, taking the win, and we'll see how the freshmen do today. We'll be back with you here shortly.
Good morning, folks. Here we are at the Post Falls Trojan freshman football game against Moses Lake High School. We want to take just a moment and pause and remember the incidents or the tragedy that happened 20 years ago. I want to do some reading of, I plagiarized some material from the internet. We pause to remember those who lost their lives on the anniversary of 9/11 attacks and vow that we will never forget. 20 years ago last night, 246 people went to sleep in preparation for their morning flights. 2,606 people went to sleep in preparation for work in the morning. 343 firefighters went to sleep in preparation for their morning shift. 60 police officers went to sleep in preparation for morning patrol. And 8 paramedics went to sleep in preparation for the morning shift. 20 years ago on September 11th, 2001, over 3,000 people lost their lives during and in response to the attacks on the Twin Towers, Pentagon, and aboard United Flight 93. As you live and enjoy the breaths you take today and tonight before you go to sleep in preparation for your life tomorrow, kiss the ones you love, snuggle a little tighter, and never take 1 second of your life for granted. We will never forget. Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Well, folks, here we are, Post Falls versus Moses Lake Chiefs on the heels of the varsity game. And, Doug, you caught a lot of that varsity game. What'd you think about it?
I thought the game went pretty well. It was a positive note for Post Falls. The game had a lot of participation in it, a lot of exciting moments. Unfortunately, I couldn't be here to help broadcast the game. I would have loved to, but that was just the turn of events.
Well, Doug, we would have loved you because I had all kinds of replay moments that I just was so thrilled for. That my favorite being the extra point kick that ricocheted off the player's helmet to then go through the forks for the extra point. It was my favorite play of the night.
I'm trying to make notes here as to who the captains are. The official is out in the middle of the field for the coin toss. We've got number 82, number 6, number 67, and number 40 for Post Falls. Looks like they flipped the coin. And Moses Lake looks like they may have won the toss. Let's see what happened here. Moses Lake won the toss. They chose to defer to the second half, and Post Falls will receive the ball on the east end of the field. Captains for Moses Lake, number 40, number 9, number 52, and number 22. We'll get those names for you as soon as we can. Number 9 is Hayden Meek. I think he's going to be our quarterback today. Number 52 is Wesley Davis. Number 40 is Noah Burns. And number 22 is Fabian Lucas.
So last night we saw rain off and on during the game. Never a downpour, just kind of a drizzle that kept the boys a little damp. But we've had rain this morning, but right now nothing's coming down. I think we might be in for a drier game than last night.
So if I reach back, Tyson, on my years of playing football many, many years ago, this is the kind of weather that I love to play football in. The ground is soft. You get good traction. But when you get hit, it also just kind of slide. You don't actually hold your ground and take the brunt of the hit. You actually slide with the defender. So it's really nice for tackling, for being tackled, and for running. Ball's down to the 10-yard line on the kickoff. Makes a few nice moves and gets up to near the 32-yard line. Let's catch a name on that receiver. Number 6, Devin Burton. He's the all-around back. He'll be in the backfield most of the game, along with the quarterback Isaac Mcewen, number 2. 1st and 10, Post Falls from about the 32-yard line. I don't know, folks, if you've noticed, but on the feed, Tyson has been able to put this game clock on the feed, so you'll know what time it is in the first, second, third, and fourth quarters, along with the score and the quarter. Tyson continues to improve his game as hopefully the football players improve theirs. Devin Burton up the middle. He finds a big hole. He's got a running room. Can he make it to the end zone? A big run here. He slants a little bit left. The last defender takes a dive and can't catch him. Number 6, Devin Burton in for the touchdown. Post Falls. That was a nice hole that they opened up for Devin. I wish we could get all the names of the defenders or the blockers for him, but he had a lot of running room on that play.
Yeah, that defender almost caught him. I thought he was going to possibly get tripped up.
Extra point try is good for a 2-point conversion. Score Post Falls Trojans 8, Moses Lake Chiefs 0. That didn't take long, Tyson, to find the end zone.
No, it did not. We'll see.
That'll charge up the crowd today and the football team. I think the football team is just about as many people as in the stands today.
That was so fast. I'm not sure we can call it momentum because it just barely started rolling.
That
way
was
to go, Trojans.
That was a
great
good
start.
stone to overturn and roll down the hill, wasn't it? Post Falls will be kicking off from the 40-yard line. I think you have to remind me every time.
Huh? Yeah, I will.
Moses Lake lines up for the kickoff return. We got number 1 in the backfield. Number 1 is Isaiah Moreno Jackson. Kicking off for Post Falls is number 30, Isaiah Bearshield. And it's a low kick. Bounces at the 35-yard line. It's touched about the 28-yard line. The runner picks it up. I think that's number 22. 22 is Fabian Lucas. Makes a couple yards on the return. It'll be 1st and 10, Moses Lake. Right at the 35-yard line. Quarterback handoff to the running back. He's met in the backfield and tackled for a loss. Like a loss of about 2.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Meeks looks to pass. He's met in the backfield. Tackle in the backfield by, I didn't catch a number on that.
I didn't catch it either.
Another loss of a few yards. It'll be about 3rd and 17. Man in motion. Quarterback passes to the man in motion, number 22. He makes it upfield. He's met there, and he gets out of a couple dock tackles. Tackle by number 54, but not before he makes a 1st down. Number 54 on Post Falls team is Kyler Cooley. Nice give and go. Nice run by Fabian Lucas. Hand off to Fabian again. He's met right at the line of scrimmage and tackled there by number 40 and number 68. Number 68 is Jory Moore, and number 40 is Troy Nash. Second down and 8. Meeks with the snap. He looks to pass.
Oh.
He's hit from behind. See if they rule it a fumble or a pass. Looks like if it's a fumble that Post Falls is. Let's see who recovered it if they rule it a fumble. He was hit in the action of passing, but it might have been before his arm was going forward. Looks like they're going to rule it a incomplete forward pass. It'll be third down. Third down and about 2. Third down and 12. Meeks takes the ball, passes off to the flanker in the right. Flanker's met in the backfield. I think number 13 is the flanker, Carson Hightower.
Met by Trojans number 4.
I'm sorry?
Met by Trojans number 4.
Number 4 is Ian Engel on the tackle. Fourth down and about 14. Back into punt formation. Punting for Moses Lake is number 22, Fabian Lucas. Number 40 goes in motion. It's a high snap. Fabian takes a little bit of a run, kicks sideways. Ball bounces at about the 40-yard line and stops dead at about the 37. First and 10, Post Falls from about the 37-yard line. That was a pretty good series for Post Falls.
Yeah, that was. Coming out real strong today.
Moses Lake was able to make the one first down, and then Post Falls kept him bottled up pretty tight. Number 23 in motion. Isaac takes the ball, hands off to Devin Burton. Devin Burton moves forward. I'm sorry, that was Devin Burton. Moves forward about 5 yards. It'll be second down and 6. 4-yard gain. Kind of a mix-up on that play. Not sure exactly what happened. Looked like several people moved before the snap. The snap came out high. Be a 5-yard illegal procedures on the offense. Be second down and 11. Sean Hudson in motion, ends up on the right side. Then number 20 goes in motion. Number 20 is Tyrus Blake. He's around the end, and he's tackled inbounds after about a 9-yard gain. Looks like it'll be third down and 2 from the 45-yard line. Number 38, Matthew Duthie out. They do that quick snap formation. He moves up under center, trying to make a first down. He just puts his head down and bowls ahead for about 7 yards. Caught the Moses Lake team off guard for that. It's a play we've seen every game, I think, that we've been able to do, where they have a couple yards to make and they quick the quarterback moves up under center and then just goes forward. so far it's been pretty successful. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line, 48-yard line for Post Falls. Looks like the umpire is giving Devin Burton some information on pushing the quarterback forward.
What do you think he was telling him?
I think he's telling him he can't push him forward, but Mcewen takes the ball, loses the ball, and then just drops on it right there. So it'll be a loss of about 3 yards. 2nd down and 13. I know that in the college world and also in the pro world, I don't know about high school yet, if it's infiltrated back into the high school ranks, but you can push the runner now. Whereas years ago, you couldn't push the runner, and maybe that's still a rule in high school. But I think Devin was probably aiding the runner by pushing him from behind on that quarterback sneak. And the umpire was telling him, just by his motions, you could see that he was telling him you can't push him. Mcewen takes the ball, hands off to Devin Burton over the right-hand side. He's able to make it up to about the 46-yard line, 47-yard line for a gain of about 4 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 9. That's one area where it'd be nice to know all the rules exactly. You know, it's kind of an urge that I have, having been an ex-official, to know the rules. I think the game is much more enjoyable when you know the rules. Mcewen passed over to the right. Intended receiver was Devin Burton. Passing complete just outside of his reach. Post Falls, 4th down and 9 from the 47-yard line. Back to kick for Post Falls. Number 20, Tyrus Blake. Back to receive for Moses Lake. And also number 20, Joey Fitz. Joey Fitz takes the ball, moves around to the right-hand side. We've got a flag from the head linesman, or from the line judge. About the 20-yard line. Joey made it up to about the 22-yard line on that return. We got personal foul. I don't know that call.
On Moses Lake?
Two fists together like that. It's a personal foul against Moses Lake. That could be halfway to the goal. Most personal fouls are 15 yards, but this being there at the 22-yard line will be down around 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Moses Lake from the 11. Now that I'm going to have to do a little research on. Find out what kind of a signal that is.
Maybe that was a special. That was
Maybe that was a referee special.
referee special.
We got Meeks in the backfield, takes the ball, hands it to number 40. Number 40 is met there right at the line of scrimmage by number 40. Boy, they're making it easy for me today, Tyson. You got it run by Noah Burns, number 40, who's tackled by number 40, Troy Nash on Post Falls team. Quarterback takes the ball, looks to pass. He's got a receiver, goes through his hands and falls incomplete. Intended receiver on that was number 1, Isaiah Moreno Jackson. Third down and 9. Meeks back to pass. Long pass downfield. He's got number 1 down there again. And it hits him, but he can't hang on. He's got 2 defenders. The defenders are number 40, number 4, number 5, and number 14 are in the picture right now. He was well covered. He had 2 defenders on him. Even though the ball got to him, he wasn't going to hang on with those two guys hanging on him. 4th down and 9 for Moses Lake. Back to receive the kick is number 12, Trenton Mclean. High snap on the kick. Again, the running kick. Kick not very far, goes out of bounds about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 23 or 24. Actually, they're marking it right at the 25.
You've talked about the odds of that before, Doug. It is incredible how often that lands
right on
the yard line.
It's just uncanny, Tyson. It's something that can't be explained. Science can't explain it. Religion can't explain it. I don't know. We'll just have to go with it. 1st and 10, Post Falls from the 25-yard line. Mcewen to Devin Burton for a short gain. 1 yard. It'd be 2nd down and 9. I know what the theory behind that is. It's much easier to tell if you get two, and it happened last night in the varsity game. They got 2 5-yard penalties, and they were able to secure a 1st down without ever making a play. I don't know if you remember that or not, but if on the yard line, then they know for sure if their steps are 1 yard at a time because they move it down. Hand off to number 20, Tyrus. Tyrus turns the corner. He makes it down to about the 15 and down to about the 9-yard line. He's tackled inbounds, but it'll be a 1st down. Looks like he's going to be right on the 10-yard line again. Looks like they've dismissed the chain gang, and so we've just got the box. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Mcewen takes a handoff, hands off to Devin Burton. He's met right at the line and down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. Mcewen takes the handoff, ball. He fakes it to Devin Burton. He bootlegs left, makes it down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal from the 3-yard line.
I think that was number 76 on the Chiefs who made that tackle again.
Number 76 is Hunter Blackman.
He's on the right. He's on the left.
That's a great name for a defensive player, Hunter.
Hunter. That's
he's
right.
He's the hunter out there. You can't write this stuff, Tyson. You just got to go with it. Mcewen in the backfield. Number 23 goes in motion, stops for a minute. Hand off to Devin Burton, who looks like he's in for the touchdowns. Referee signal touchdown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the 2nd touchdown for Devin Burton today. That was a much shorter run than the first one. Post Falls lines up in their off-balance line. Quarterback calls for the ball, is handed off to Devin Burton behind the line, off to the left. And he's in for the extra point conversion. 2-point conversion. Makes the score 16 Post Falls over Moses Lake Chiefs with 0. With still a little bit of time left in the 1st quarter. By the way, for those of you that have tuned in before, you might have noticed that 44, Cannon Mcewen, is not playing today. We don't have an injury report on him,
No,
but
we do not.
he is on the sidelines in street clothes, wearing his jersey, so we know that he's not suited up to play. He's been a mainstay in their offense and defense, for that matter. Don't know why, but he was out running sprints earlier today, so I think he's probably rehabbing and probably doing well. Hopefully we'll be back at the next game. Isaiah Moreno Jackson in the backfield to take the kickoff. Isaiah Bearshield to kick off for Post Falls. It's a high kick. Going to come down around the 17-yard line. Isaiah picks up the ball, and he's tackled there at the 25-yard line. First and 10, Moses Lake Chiefs from the 25-yard line.
Doug, we got a call out. Number 22 is Luke Fabian, not Fabian Lucas.
Oh, okay.
We do our best we can with the rosters we have, but we appreciate the corrections.
Ball is passed out to the left side, number 22, Luke Fabian. Excuse me.
That's right, Luke Fabian.
That's interesting. Somebody should alert the coaches who make up the roster that it's not Fabian Lucas, but Lucas Fabian, huh?
I suspect after today's game they will.
Meeks back to pass. He's got a defender back there. Number 4 is Ian Engel. Intercepts the ball at about the 35-yard line, runs it down to near the 25. Looks like it'll be first down, Post Falls, after the interception. They spot the ball right at the 25-yard line. They say it's a game of inches, but it almost looks like today it's a game of every 5 yards.
You said you weren't sure about the high school rules. Maybe there's like a rounding rule. Round to the nearest 5 yard.
Well, at this level, too, it's all about giving the kids a chance to develop and explore their talents and become better football players. We had a little movement on the line. Post Falls will get charged with illegal procedure. It'll be first down and 15.
Not a lot of fans out here today on the Trojan side.
I don't know if they'll get this play off.
100, 120.
Mcewen catches the snap, hands off behind Devin Burton, and Devin Burton is off to the races, makes a nice move to the left, gets around the corner, and he's in for the touchdown. Tripped up once he gets into the end zone, but it's another touchdown for Devin Burton. So far, the scoring by Post Falls has been all Devin Burton, I think. He scored 3 touchdowns now, and he also scored at least one of the 2-point conversions. Let's see what they do here on the snap. Quarterback directly behind the center. Ball goes to the quarterback. He's pitched it to number 20, and he fumbles the ball and right at the goal line, and the ball is landed on by Moses Lake. Not successful on the extra point try. With that score, Post Falls leads Moses Lake 22-0. End of the first quarter. They'll switch sides now. And a kickoff. It'll be just like the first quarter of the game where we kicked off to start the quarter. So yesterday when I was watching some college football, there was an interesting thing that happened. One of the rules in football is you cannot end a quarter on a defensive penalty. The offense gets one untimed down if you have a defensive penalty when time runs out. But you also have the choice whether you want to accept the penalty or not. And yesterday, the team that was playing, and I don't remember if it was Boise State or somebody else, but they chose not to have the untimed down and go ahead and go stop for the quarter and begin play at the start of the next quarter. So I thought that was an interesting note that they have that choice, because in high school you'd always have one untimed down by the offense. Not so, I guess. They can make a choice. I guess they can choose to accept the penalty or not.
They wanted to just eat up a little more time on the clock?
I guess. Boise State won pretty handily last night. I quit watching the game about halftime because I think it was 42 to something at halftime. I don't know what the final score was, but they played UTEP. Post Falls to kick off. Isaiah Bearshield kicking off. High kick. They allow the ball to bounce. Isaiah takes the ball at the 15, does a couple of shifty moves, and then is swarmed by the Post Falls defense at the 21-yard line. Meeks in the backfield, drops back to pass. He lets the pass go. I think that was number 22, Luke Fabian again. Catch that number for sure. Yep, number 22, Luke Fabian. Thank you to the viewer who sent in the information on his name so we would get it right the rest of the game. Looks like he's going to be pretty prominent in their offense. Second down and 6. Meek takes it, looks to pass, passes out to the wideout on the right-hand side. He's got some room. If he's got wheels, he's going to be there. He could go all the way. He's running down. Doesn't have a defender that's within 5 yards of him. Number 1, Isaiah Moreno Jackson takes that pass and runs it. That was about a 75-yard pass run touchdown for Moses Lake Chiefs. Looks like Moses Lake is lining up for a 2-point conversion try. Meeks under center. Takes the snap, pauses for a second, hands off to number 22, Luke Fabian, and Luke is not able to make it into the end zone for a failed conversion try. Post Falls 22, Moses Lake 6.
How do you call that one, Doug? You saw where he was, where his knee hit the ground, where the ball was.
I would have to look at it again, but I almost thought he fell into the end zone on that tackle.
That was kind of my read, but I'm not. That's
and the only way that
wasn't on the field, of course, but
if he did fall into the end zone with the ball, the only way that wouldn't be a touchdown is if his knees hit and the ball had not yet penetrated the goal line. You know, that invisible
past the line, even above
invisible
it.
line. Yeah. So if he fell on his knees, almost upright position, the ball didn't go forward, then he fell forward, then it wouldn't be a touchdown. But I thought it was going to be, or an extra point conversion. I thought he fell in, so I thought it was going to be a good conversion. But that's why those guys make the big money, and we get to sit up here and talk about it. What are you seeing on the
You know, looking at it on the replay, I'd love to throw it out here, but we'd miss the kickoff, and his knee touched the ground before the ball passed over the line. It was pretty crystal clear at that point.
Number 76, Hunter Blackman, is kicking off for Moses Lake. He kicks off to the left. It goes out of bounds about the 22-yard line. That'll be a penalty.
In fact, let's take a look at that here, Doug.
They will have their choice.
We're going to do a quick replay on that extra point. So we see the ball carrier gets contacted just shy of the goal line, but his knee goes down right there before the ball then crosses that invisible barrier.
Okay, so it is not a good.
If that's the rule,
conversion.
then it was a good call by
a good call by the official.
By the official, yep.
Once again, the officials are vindicated, aren't they? Is that
and
the right
I'm
word?
good vindicating the officials all day long. They're out there doing their thing, and we're up here second-guessing them left and right with cameras. They deserve every vindicated call.
They're out there doing it, and we're up here talking about it.
That's right.
Yep. So with that penalty out of bounds kick, Post Falls has elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Sean Hudson in motion. Isaac Mcewen takes the snap, mishandles it, falls on it at the 30-yard line for a 5-yard loss. It was a high snap. In all fairness to Isaac, it was a high snap, and he was looking to hand off, I believe, so he was trying to pull the ball out of the air down quick enough to get the handoff, and his hand slipped off the ball, and then he had to just fall on it. 2nd down and long 14. Again, Sean Hudson in motion, stops
like
just short of the end.
Looked like they pulled the Chiefs offside.
Yeah, they did, didn't it? I didn't see any yellow flags, so I guess the official didn't think so. I believe that was Devin Burton and made a couple yards on that run. Be 3rd down and 12. You know, sometimes it may look like the defense jumps, but they don't actually get into the neutral zone. So even though maybe they're half a yard back behind the neutral zone, they jump, but they don't actually penetrate that neutral zone, which is the width of the ball. If they don't do that, then it's not a violation. Sean Hudson in motion, stops. Now we got 31 in motion. Mcewen passes to number 6, who's met right away in the backfield. Devin Burton at about the 29-yard line. Looks like he made it up to the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 15. Number 31, who caught that ball, Evan Randall. He was surrounded by bogeys right away. We got a punt formation, mishandled snap. The punter's tackled at about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Moses Lake. I did not see what happened on that snap. Was it a high snap or just mishandled?
You know, Doug, I didn't see it either. Honestly, they snapped that pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good snap. It just got a little mishandled.
Okay. Meeks in shotgun formation. He drops back looking to pass. Passes out there. It's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Intercepting that ball.
Was it 14?
It very well could have been. I was trying to get a number.
14.
Levi Gardner. He intercepted that ball about the 5-yard line, made it up to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10, Post Falls. That was not the prettiest pass I've seen. I don't know if somebody touched his arm as he was trying to pass forward, but it kind of came out of there wobbly, and the defense was right there to intercept it. Mcewen in shotgun formation. He takes the ball, and it's a quarterback keeper all the way. He runs through the middle of the line up to about the 25-yard line. Looks like he's going to be up to about the 26 for about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and it will be 2nd down and 7. Quarterback fakes to the running back. He actually hands to him, Devin Burton. There's a flag on the play. Devin makes it up almost to the line of scrimmage. That flag came from the umpire, so holding on Post Falls. That'll move him back 10 yards. Oh, it's declined. That's interesting. It would have been third and about 17 yards, or 2nd and 17, or 3rd down and 7. They've chosen to decline the penalty. It'll be 3rd down and about 7. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought they would have declined that penalty. Kuhn takes a snap, backs up. Looks like it's going to be a screen. He's continued to back up. Passes it to number 6, Devin Burton. Devin Burton makes a nice cut around, avoids a couple of tacklers, is able to get up to, and passes the line to gain for a 1st down. Boy, that was all Devin Burton there.
That was great.
He just
That was
kept
a great run.
He just kept causing people to miss. Be 1st and 10, Post Falls. From
And
the
he had some great blocks
36-yard
there,
line.
too. He wasn't doing that on his own. There were some great blocks all around him.
Yeah, there had to be some people blocking around him. But, I mean, he made people miss on that run, too. Nice run by Devin Burton. Sean Hudson in motion, stops about the right flank. 31 in motion. Evan Randall. Ball's handed to Evan Randall. He makes it around play. We've got another flag from the umpire in the backfield. The runner, Evan Randall, makes it up to about the 50-yard line. But I got to believe it will be for naught.
I don't think they're going to decline this one.
Holding? Yeah, I don't think so either. The result of that play would be a 1st down, so I think you're right. It's going to move him back 10 yards from the 35-yard line. So it'll be actually no, it's not 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down, and I think it was 3rd down, wasn't it?
No, that was a first. They had just gotten a 1st down.
Oh, they had just
so they're
gotten
rerunning their
down.
1st down.
Oh, when Devin
yeah.
made that
Yep.
yardage, yeah. So it'll be 1st down and 21 yards. Good pickup, Tyson. Mcewen looking to pass to number 12. Number 12's Trenton Mclean. Trenton makes a few yards, gets a few yards back, about 4 yards back, and it's 5 yards back, and it's 2nd down and 16. Well, that box is not in the right position. It should be a yard further. So it'll be about 2nd and 15. Mcewen fakes a handoff to Burton. Rolls right, passes to number 12. Number 12 takes the ball. We got a flag from the head linesman over there. Number 12 is Trenton Mclean. He makes it up to about the 35-yard line before the flag occurs. Looks like it's going to be another hold on Post Falls from about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line. Move it back 10 yards. And then they decline. So instead of 2nd down and about 21, they're going to take 3rd and 11. I guess that's one down closer to having to punt if they don't make it. Mcewen in shotgun formation again. The only time I see Mcewen move up under center is when they're trying to do that quick dive with the quarterback and make a couple yards for a first down or for an extra point. Mcewen back to pass. He's got a man down there at the 35 or 45-yard line. He's got a defender. It looks like he may have stepped out of bounds. The defender caused him to step out of bounds. And now we've got a flag from the headlines. This ought to be interesting. It looks like it could be maybe a face mask, trying to make sure he didn't lose a hold of him. But if he stepped out of bounds and then he tackled him with a face mask.
Yeah, and that flag came a
way
while
late.
after that came way late on it. So I don't, maybe that was their concern.
Personal foul. He didn't really give
that
a
was
motion.
it. They didn't
Personal
stop.
foul. That's all. Maybe because he stepped out of bounds,
And
he
then
didn't
was
think he should have
tackled.
tackled him.
Yeah.
And went ahead and proceeded to tackle him, but the runner kept running. So, the players, they don't always see the sideline. Sometimes your focus is on trying to grab the runner, and if you don't see the sideline and he's continuing to run, you're going to continue to tackle him.
Yep.
But that must be what it was, is some kind of an unsportsmanlike. Mcewen shotgun formation. We got a guy who looks like he stepped out. Mcewen takes the ball around the left side. He realized that end on that side was crashing in on him, and he could outrun him around the corner, and he did just that. Nice run by Isaac. First down, first and goal from 1 yard line, maybe 2 yard line. Don't be surprised if Isaac jumps up under center and they do this quarterback dive. There it is. That's the play. And he's going to run it in. Runs in for the touchdown. I don't know if you noticed, but Devin Burton was holding his hands up, making sure the official knew that he wasn't pushing him. And Isaac is in for the touchdown. Post Falls in that unbalanced line.
The official ought to appreciate that.
See where they snap the ball. We got Devin Burton who goes in motion around end, and he slips and falls about the 3 yard line. Defender lands on top of him, and the try for extra point is no good. So with that, Post Falls now leads Moses Lake 28-6 in the second quarter. And looking at the clock, we've got just under 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Tyson, that clock on the score on the video is really, I think, a nice touch.
I think so, too. You mentioned while you were watching the varsity game last night, of all the things you were looking for that you didn't have, it was the clock.
And we didn't have I wasn't here to announce the game, and the announcer couldn't really be heard because he was in the background. We didn't know really what time it was in the quarter. And I guess I missed that. It's nice having it, for sure. This is almost perfect weather to play football in. It's cool enough that you don't overheat, and you get good traction because the field is fairly soft. I don't see anybody other than that last play where Devin slipped about the 3 yard line. Maybe he needs a little longer cleats, but there are rules governing how long the cleats can be too. So maybe he's got the longest cleats that by rule they can have. But he just tried to make too quick a cut and slipped on it. And I'm sure the field conditions probably aided in that slipping. Isaiah Bearshield back to kick off. And we've got Isaiah Moreno Jackson in the backfield. Oh, nice kick. They let the ball bounce at about the 32 yard line. Isaiah is not the one who picked that up. I think that's Lucas Fabian that picked that ball up and ran it up to just past the 30 yard line. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at about the 33 yard line. 1st and 10.
Maybe that rounding rule was a first quarter thing only.
Maybe. But if it's in the middle between the lines, you almost have to go with it, right? So you can put it on the line. You can put it in the middle of the lines. We got Meek back to pass. He mishandled the snap, was able to get a handle on the ball, and then was met there quickly by Post Falls for a loss of, gosh, about 12 yards. A second down and 21, second down and 22. Nix takes the ball, hands off. And he's met there by number 76. And
what's going on there?
Number 40. I think that was number 40 that was handing the ball. Noah Burns. Tackled there by number 40, Troy Nash. Third down and about 21. Sends number 40 in motion. Tries to pass to him. We got an incomplete forward pass that's blocked by the defense. Be fourth down and over 20. Punter for Moses Lake will be Luke Fabian. In the backfield for Post Falls, it's number 12, Trenton Mclean. The running kick goes off to the sidelines. He bounces in the field of play. Goes out of bounds at about, what do you want to bet they put it at the 40-yard line? That's where the official's walking. I'm not sure exactly where it went out, but for all intents and purposes, we are at the 40-yard line. First and 10, Post Falls. I actually
Doug,
thought the ball went past the 40.
Savant.
I thought the ball went past the 40-yard line before it crossed out of bounds, but first and 10, Post Falls from the 40-yard line. Mcewen in shotgun formation. Takes the ball, hands off to Devin Burton. Devin Burton around the left side. Devin Burton's tripped up at about the 45-yard line after a 5-yard run. Second down and 5. Again, shotgun formation. Little motion on the offense. Ball's handed to number 31. Number 31 around side. We got a flag from the referee. Probably a holding. 31, Evan Randall makes it into the touchdown, but I think, again, it'll come back. It was a nice run, nice play. Well-designed play. He got around corner pretty quick. Ran up the sidelines for the touchdown.
That's a tough break for the runner. Making it all the way into the end zone and getting it called back.
Yeah, Evan works his tail off to get down there in the end zone. And then he finds out it was just a sprint. And we're just going to do it all over again. 10-yard penalty. We'll make it second down and 17 from the 47-yard line. Yeah, you feel bad for the runners when they make a great play like that, and then it's all got to come back. Number 31 goes in motion, Evan Randall. Number 6, ball's given to Devin Burton. Makes a few yards back to the original line of scrimmage. Looks like it'll be third down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation. 23 in motion. He stops. Number 31 goes in motion, passes over the middle, and he just throws a low pass to number 23. Intended receiver Sean Hudson. Incomplete, falls incomplete. 4th down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Back in punt formation. Number 20, Tyrus Blake. End over end kick. Ball is mishandled at about the 18-yard line. But the runner falls on it. Be Moses Lake ball. That runner was Isaiah Moreno Jackson, who was able to handle the ball and get on it before the Post Falls team was able to recover the fumble. Just under 2 minutes to play. About a minute and a half to play in the second quarter. Man in motion, number 40, turns and actually looks at the quarterback. Quarterback looks, I think he hit a defender and the ball fell on the ground, but he might have actually just passed it right into the ground. Maybe the ball slipped out of his hand. Second down and 10, Moses Lake from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. Makes send a man in motion, number 40. Same, just a reverse play of the one just happened. Meeks is caught in the backfield at the 5-yard line and down there. See if I can get a number. Down there by number 20 and number 40 maybe. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. Timeout, Post Falls. Trying to preserve the clock. This deep in their ends, this deep in the field, they preserve the clock, get the ball back. Maybe they can score again before the end of the half.
Boy, another play like that one, and they'll end up scoring a safety.
Right. That didn't bode very well for Moses Lake, did it? He got that ball. Looked like he meant to pass. Was kind of bootlegging a little bit left and then got caught by the defense and downed right there. We have a few ardent fans out here today. Braved the weather. It's not raining, and I don't think it's rained since the game started.
I don't think it's going to. It's a little bit some rain over the southern mountains, but east and west are looking okay.
It's an overcast day, so we don't have the sun in anybody's eyes.
We got about 40 Moses Lake fans over there on the visiting bleachers. That's the ardent fan.
Yeah.
I have a couple hours in the morning here.
Yeah, those folks had to drive a couple hours early.
Maybe they didn't know they could watch it on YouTube.
Maybe they didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't know that we would officiate. I mean, we would call the game, did we? Although they were probably here last night to watch the varsity, they had to drive home, got home at midnight, and then they drove back this morning. Meeks back to pass. Looks like he tucked the ball and went to run. It'll be 4th down. And about 12. 4th down and 12. That will keep another timeout by Post Falls to preserve the clock if possible. With the score 28-6 in favor of the home team. We pause for a timeout with a little over 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. You got equipment running out of battery juice?
I do. My encoder is going to be just fine now that I got it plugged in. But this was his first battery test today, and we have definitively determined its battery cannot last a game. I just glanced at it thinking it'd be nice and strong, and it was almost dead. So saved by the power cord.
4th down and 12. Let's see if Moses Lake lines up in punt formation. We've got number 12, Trenton Mclean, back in to receive the punt. And yes, they do line up in punt formation. I'm sure he'll try to, again, the running kick to his right side. It's a high snap, runs to the right, ball's kicked to the right, lands about the 28-yard line, and it's out of bounds at about the 39. Let's see where they spot it. I can see pretty clearly that ball went out of bounds about the 39-yard line.
I'm going to say, you sure it didn't go out at the 40-yard line, Doug?
Nope, not this time.
Okay, all right.
He probably has his headset on. He knows we're talking about him. So he decided to mark that ball right where it went out of bounds.
That's okay. He'll hear that we vindicated him earlier, so
yeah.
He should have heard that too.
I hope so. I'd be surprised if they go back and watch the game. They probably don't even know about it. They might, though. If I was an official and I knew the game was being broadcast, I'd want to watch it just for sake of seeing the positioning and where I should have been, where I might have been better, to be able to make a call. Mcewen in shotgun formation, hands off to number 31. 31 is Evan Randall. Evan Randall around right side.
I don't know if I saw that right, Doug, but it was a high snap and a quick pull down and handoff.
Yeah.
There was no time to waste on that.
Well, that happened before where he couldn't quite grab the ball when he was trying to pull it down. Those high snaps are pretty difficult to handle.
Yeah, but that was a great recovery by Isaac on
second down and 2. He must have been out of bounds. I think the clock stopped.
Yes, it did.
What do we got, 31 seconds left to go on the clock? Mcewen in shotgun formation sends a man number 20, and it's a little razzle-dazzle, double handoff, and we've got number 85. He might make the corner, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Let me make sure that's 85. I believe it is. 85 is Travis O'Brien. So that was Mcewen to, I think, Tyrus Blake to Evan Randall on the little bit of razzle-dazzle double handoff kind of thing, and he went around end and almost made a touchdown. First and goal from the 3-yard line.
Take a look at that razzle-dazzle again. See the first
Another
handoff
high
and
snap.
the second handoff, and all with the high snap. That was a great
Had a
play
couple
by
nice
Post Falls.
blocks around the end there, and he was able to make it down to the 3-yard line. Mcewen in shotgun formation, hands off to number 6, goes right into the teeth of the defense, through the line. He's tackled there by number 71. Number 71 is Ivan Delgado, but not before he gets across the line. And he scores a touchdown for Post Falls. Post Falls again lines up in their unbalanced formation. Quarterback's directly behind center. We got a whistle. I don't know what. Guess that was the ball ready for play. The ball was snapped over to Devin Burton behind the offensive line, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. And we've still got time left on the clock. So now there'll be a kickoff. With that score, Post Falls now leads Moses Lake 34-6.
Picking up my
Referee's giving a couple last-minute instructions to Isaac Mcewen. Probably that was a pretty quick snap after the whistle blew, ball ready for play. And maybe they intended to do that. Once you hear that whistle, the ball's ready for play, they can snap that ball. And they did it quickly, and I think somewhat caught the defense off guard.
Well, we saw that last night out of the varsity team for the Trojans as well. The no-huddle offense and some of their great plays were ones that clearly caught everybody off guard.
Yeah. I was surprised how quickly Post Falls moved to the line last night. I mean, it was a quick turnaround from the end of the play to the start of the next play. Isaiah Bearshield to kick off for Post Falls. Got Isaiah Moreno Jackson in the backfield along with number 22, Luke Fabian, to receive for Moses Lake. Here we go. And the kickoff is a low kick. Bounces about the 35-yard line. He doesn't let it go out of bounds. He picks it up about the 24, number 20. And he's tackled at about the 30-yard line. Number 20 is Joey Fitz. Joey Fitz picks up the ball, runs a few yards. Be 1st and 10 Moses Lake from the 30-yard line.
With 6 seconds on the clock.
One
time
play.
to make a play.
Time for one play, huh? Let's see what they do with that one play. See if they air it out. Look for all the receivers going downfield. They got a pretty wide open formation. Meeks in the backfield. He hands off to number 22, Luke Fabian. Luke Fabian makes it up a couple yards and is tackled there by Post Falls. And that's the end of the quarter. With the score, Post Falls 36, Moses Lake Chiefs 6. We'll start halftime. I assume we're going to go silent here during halftime, Tyson?
Yeah, we're going to give everybody at home just a break where you'll hear it cut silent for a few minutes. And then once we get a little bit closer to the end of the halftime, we'll come back on and join you.
They put 10 minutes on the clock, so that's a pretty quick halftime. Here we are. Post Falls kicking off. Ball is caught at the 30-yard line by Moses Lake, number 20. Number 20 is Joey Fitz. 1st and 10, Moses Lake from, I hate to say it, Tyson, from the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Moses Lake. Looks like we've got a new quarterback out there for Moses Lake. He hands off to the running back. Running back gets up about 4 yards. I think the new quarterback is Carson Hightower. Number 13, Carson Hightower. Hightower in shotgun formation. Go drops back to pass. He has a receiver. It looked like the ball, they're calling it a complete pass at the 46-yard line. Receiver did a nice job of pulling that ball in. It was a low pass, and he was almost horizontal to the ground when he caught that ball and was able to pull it in for the reception. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Hightower in shotgun formation. He hands off to Luke Fabian. Luke Fabian meets resistance right at the line of scrimmage and is down there for a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. Hightower takes the ball, drops back a couple steps, cocks his arm to pass, throws about a 25-yard pass downfield. It's met there and knocked down by the defense. The receiver was well defended on that play. Had 3 or 4 Post Falls defenders around him. That was about a 35-yard pass. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. This quarterback's not afraid to let it fly, is he?
He's going to air out the ball, isn't he? 13.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he does a little shuffle pass forward. I think that was Luke Fabian again. That play was designed to be almost like an inside screen where the runner just went up and hid behind the offensive line. Luke went back to pass and then just shovel passed it forward to Luke behind the line of scrimmage, and he was able to get to the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10. We got punt formation. Punting is Luke Fabian. High snap. He drops the ball. He's met there by the defense. He was not able to get it out, run at all. We've got a flag from the referee right at the point of we got a face mask on Post Falls. Personal foul face mask to bring the punter down. That will not be enough, unless it's an automatic first down. That will not be enough for a first down. A 15-yard penalty. It'll be 4th down and about 8. They're just across the 50-yard line. I guess they're far enough down the field. They're not going to go line up in punt formation again. Hightower in shotgun formation. Running back in motion, number 40, Noah Burns. Hightower lets it airs it out. He's got a runner down there, number 12. Number 12 takes the inside move, and he catches the ball about the 20 and is down by number 12, Trenton Mclean, at about the 15-yard line. I'm sorry, folks. It's just so uncanny that the ball always ends up on the yard line. Hightower in shotgun formation. Takes the ball, drops back to unload, almost intercepted. Almost intercepted by number 85, Travis O'Brien. Ball falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from about the 15-yard line. Gentleman on the box hasn't changed the down number yet. This could lead to problems down, in the next down or two. Should be 2nd down and 10. Hightower sends a man in motion. He looks to pass to the wide receiver out there. Wide receiver catches the ball right at the scrimmage line. He makes it down past the line to gain. Looks like it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 5-yard line. Moses Lake is finding some momentum here. They're running the ball down the field. Okay, number 13 Hightower goes back out of the game. Number 9 Meeks is back in the game as quarterback. Number 34 Connor Hebden is in the play. Ball is handed off to number 40. Number 40 bulls his way up. Looks like he stopped just short of the goal line, about the 1-yard line. Noah Burns is the ball carrier on that play. He was able to bust his way up to about the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
So, Doug, after Hightower getting him all the way up there close to the goal line, swapping that quarterback out simply because he's got more mass. Number 9 seems to be like a bigger guy, and with the plays they're playing, is that why they would have swapped him out?
I think that must be the case. I think Hightower must be a little better passer than Meeks, and so they put him in there to complete some of those passes, and then when the ball gets down there close, they're going to just try to push their way into the end zone.
It's the post-fall special. Looks like they
fell just short.
The post-fall signature move.
Yeah, they fell just short on that play, so now it's 3rd and goal from about the 1-yard line. Hand off to number 40. Number 40's in for the touchdown. Number 40, Noah Burns, for the touchdown. Looks like the sky is lighting up a little bit. Things are getting a little brighter. Maybe the cloud cover is starting to pick up a little bit. Diminish a little bit. 2-point conversion try. Meeks back to pass. He's got a receiver right at the goal line. As the ball gets to him, receiver's pushed by number 12. The ball falls on the ground. Trenton Mclean is a defender on that play. Looks like we may have an injured player down on the field. Injured player is number 34. Number 34 is Connor Hebden. Looks like he's standing up now. Maybe he's got a leg injury. Kind of hopping on one leg there. Looks like he's going to make it off the field on his own. Well, he's being helped by one of his teammates. Number 64 is aiding. Brian Fernandez is helping Connor Hebden off the field. So with that score, Post Falls leads, home team Post Falls leads 36 over Moses Lake Chiefs to 12, 36 to 12. Sorry, that was a little awkward. Kicking off for Post Falls will be number 76, Nicholas Borders.
Kicking off for the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sorry, kicking off for the Chiefs, you're right. Number 76, Hunter Blackman. We've said his name a few times. Hunter will be kicking off. Back to receive for Post Falls is number 20 and number 6, Devin Burton. and Tyrus Blake. Good catch, Tyson. Keep me honest. Nice kick. Ends up down on the 20-yard line. Devin Burton takes the ball. He avoids one tackler. He gets wrapped up by another one. The tackler wrapping up, I think, is number 52. 52 is Wesley Davis on the tackle. Be 1st and 10, Post Falls. From the 35-yard line. Isaac Mcewen in shotgun formation with Devin Burton in the backfield. Isaac hands off to Devin, straight uphill. He makes about a yard. He gets resistance right at the line of scrimmage and makes about a yard on the run. It'll be 2nd down and 9. My guess is, Tyson, that from here on out, Post Falls will probably try to establish a ground running game. Let that clock run some time off. Get out of here with the victory. Mcewen sends a man in motion. Hands off to number 12, Travis McLean. Trenton McLean. Trenton's downed at the original line of scrimmage, 35-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Back to pass, Mcewen. It looks like a screenplay. Number 6, Devin Burton takes the ball behind the line of scrimmage. He's met there by defenders. Number 20 is Joey Fitz. Tackled for a gain of about 4 yards. Be 4th down and 6. And it's a kick. Bounces at the 35-yard line. Runner runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Picks it up about the 28. Runner was Isaiah Moreno Jackson. 1st and 10, Moses Lake. At the 30-yard line. Moses Lake in shotgun formation. Again, this is Hightower. He takes the ball, runs it up to about the 32-yard line, out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 yards. Hightower takes the ball, hands off to number 40. Number 40 does a skip around the left end. He's down almost to a 1st down. Looks like they're going to call it a 1st down. Oh, we got a flag. Holding. Moses Lake. Number 40 is Noah Burns. That negates the run and the 1st down. Looks like the penalty occurred about the 31-yard line. Second down and about 19. Hightower in shotgun formation. You got two men in motion. Both of them better get set again. We got a timeout by Moses Lake. I think they surprised each other. They both went in motion. They started facing each other, and they realized that the other man is in motion, kind of raised their hands up like, what do we do now? And before they snap that ball, they both better get set again. You only have one man in motion. So probably a timeout was the appropriate thing to do there. Get these guys all on the same page. You got second down and long yardage. You don't really want to mess up if you can help it. You got Hightower in there, who seems to be their quarterback of choice when they want to make long gains with passing. Gives us a chance for a short break. It's about this time in the game when I don't understand that they don't start putting in some of the players they get a little less playing time. You got a big score difference. Hightower sends a man in motion, takes the high snap, passes as number one underneath. Number one makes a couple of nice moves. And this is the same play that he made the touchdown on a while ago, but he's got a guy running him out of bounds. Number 14. 14 is the man on the tackle, Levi Gardner, on Isaiah Moreno Jackson after a really nice run. That looked like the same play where they scored the touchdown earlier. That gets him out of that predicament, puts him down on this end of the field.
I'm not sure if Hightower's just getting lucky or maybe he hasn't seen as much play time as maybe he should have been seeing. I don't want to tell anyone how to. This is the first time we've seen this team play, but
certainly been able to connect with his receivers a little better. Now he hands off to number 40, Noah Burns. Noah Burns pushes his way ahead. About a 5-yard gain. It'll be second down and 5. Yeah, I think Hightower, whether he's really accurate or not, he's at least able to find his receivers
and make a play quick.
Nice ball.
I don't see him looking long before he makes his play.
Yeah,
whether he's passing, running. He's going to hang on to it, whatever
he's
doing.
Hightower. He hands off to Noah Burns. Noah Burns is met right there in the backfield, and he's tackled. Tackled by number 76, I believe. 76 is Nicholas Borders. Third down and 8. Number 12 in motion. Hightower takes the ball. He cocks his arm to pass. He does throw a nice ball, and he can throw it quite a ways. He overthrows the receiver, number 81, Holden Koziel. Be fourth down and 8 from about the 17-yard line. Looks like they're going to leave him in there. Hightower in shotgun formation. He's going to expect a pass this time. Number 40, Noah Burns in motion. He pumps to him, then he passes to him, but he's overwhelmed by defenders at that point, right at the 20-yard line. Ball will go over to Post Falls, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. The defense read that play pretty well.
They've been reading a lot of plays pretty well. This Trojan defense is coming out strong. We saw that in the last game as well. They've got a good season ahead of them.
Yeah, they do. Is this their third game or fourth game?
I think it's their Is it their third or their second game? Might be their second game. It's either second or third.
I would have guessed third if I had to guess between second and third. Ball's handed to Devin Burton. Devin Burton puts his head down. He's able to move forward for a couple more yards. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 6 from about the 24-yard line.
The Post Falls freshman reserve team had a game on Wednesday.
Oh,
so this would be the third game for the team, but the second game in their, I don't know what you call it, in their actual season.
Okay. Ball's handed to Devin Burton. Again, he's met after a couple yards past the line of scrimmage. Looked like there could have been maybe a fumble there, but the referee is pointing down that he was down on the field. It'll be third down and about a yard. I think true to form with this lopsided of a score, Post Falls is trying to grind it out on the field. Just running plays. I guess it offsets Moses Lake trying to pass on every play. You got Post Falls running on almost every play. 3rd down and 1. We got a man who just moved off motion. The offense pulled him off, and it'll be 1st down. Be a 5-yard penalty. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. Mcewen with the ball. He fakes to the running back. He's being chased by a runner. The runner, he does complete the pass. The pass is to number 23, I think, Sean Hudson. But he's caught behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 yards. Be 2nd down and 13. And I think that horn indicates the end of the 3rd quarter.
I don't think I'd call it a horn, Doug. It's supposed to be a horn. But on the first game of the season of any of the teams, the what was the horn became whatever it is we just heard.
Well, back when I played, they used to shoot a pistol.
We got to go back to those days. We need to find that family down here who's got the air horn they're letting off every time the Trojans make a touchdown and borrow it for the quarter horn.
That could be our improvement for the next game, is to have somebody there ready and positioned with an air horn.
Well, you recall,
so as soon as that goes down to 0.
You recall the last season playing at Minuteman Field over there, junior tackle, right? And that horn didn't work until it was replaced, donated by the Minutemen of Idaho. Idaho National Guard, or their Army National Guard, that was great. But up until then, I actually used an air horn from the press box because sometimes the quarter would end, the clock would go flat, and they're still playing.
And
they'll start new plays. And there's only a couple officials in junior tackle. No one's necessarily watching the board, and I'm shouting from the press box, quarter in. So I finally got an air horn.
Oh, that's funny, Tyson.
But see, that same season, it got down to almost, to 10 degrees, and those air horns don't work.
Yeah,
below about 15.
They don't vibrate very well.
So I couldn't get any noise out of it. At that point, it was just no good.
Post Falls in shotgun formation. 2nd down and about 12. We got a man in motion. He stops. He's blocking on the defensive end. The quarterback pitches the ball out. Nice pass to number 20. I think that's Tyrus Blake. Tyrus Blake makes it all the way up to the 44-yard line before he's pushed either out of bounds or tackled right there. Looks like it's going to be on the 46-yard line. That was about a 20-yard gain by Tyrus Blake.
And for a minute I thought we had a flag on the play, but I see one of the Trojans players has shoes that perfectly match the official's flag color.
I've seen
We ought to
that
have a
too, and I
talk to
think that
him.
ought to almost be illegal, but I guess they have not outlawed that yet. Number 40 in motion. Isaac McCune takes the ball, hands off to number 6. He goes forward for about 5 yards for a 2nd and 5. I think there were people with yellow shoes last year over at Minuteman Field too, and it's just kind of throws you because you see that yellow and you immediately think it's an official's flag. 2nd down and long 5. Number 40 in motion. McCune takes the ball. He bootlegs right. He's got a receiver down there. The receiver picks the ball up at the 10-yard line and runs it in for the touchdown. That's number 85, Travis O'Brien. That was a nice bootleg pass from Isaac McCune to Travis O'Brien for the touchdown. So here we were fooled into thinking they were going to just grind it out on the field and just run one play after another, and then he lets loose with a 40-yard pass for a touchdown. Nice job, Travis. Here we are in that shifted offensive line. The ball snap goes over his head. Number 20, Tyrus Blake picks up the ball but is not able to get over the goal line for a failed 2-point conversion. With that score, Post Falls, the home team, leads Moses Lake Chiefs 42-12 in the 4th quarter with about 10.5 minutes left to go.
Let's take a look at that pass again. That led to that touchdown.
We don't have stats on how big these kids are, but number 85, he towered over that defender, was able to grab that ball right over the top of him, it looks like to me.
That's exactly what he did, and he had a reach. He was in the air reaching as high as he could. Barely caught a hold of it.
The defender
Great
made
reception.
a valiant attempt to try to take him down, but Travis just was able to run it in for the touchdown. Is he out there? Aaron out there now? I thought he would be. I thought he was 85. 85 is pretty tall.
Well, there's a couple of tall ones on the team
Yeah, there
this
are.
year.
I was
It's a deep
hoping.
bench. It's a large team. You're going to get kids of all shapes and sizes on this one.
Yeah.
No cuts on the football teams through all of the high school years. I don't know if that's something every high school does or if that's kind of unique to Post Falls, but it means they got a deep bench. And they can take their pick of players.
Kicking off, Post Falls. Ball hits the receiver. Number 1, Isaiah, takes the ball, picks it up, starts to run around. He's able to avoid a couple tackles before he's tackled there by I'll get that for you as soon as I can. Number 28, I believe, is the man who wrapped him up and tackled him down. And I don't see a 28 on here, so maybe 26. 26 is Troy Stemmen. Let's see what Moses Lake's able to do now. Hightower is in, hands the ball off to number 40, Noah Burns. Noah's met right at the line of scrimmage and is able to fall forward for a couple yards. Second down and 8. Hightower takes the snap, looks to pass. He's met there by number 60, Keegan Stokey. Keegan Stokey makes the tackle in the backfield on the quarterback for a loss of about 5 yards. 3rd down and 15. And with that, folks, we have a timeout, Moses Lake. At least I think that's who I heard call timeout. 3rd and 15. Moses Lake, 3rd and 15. Looks like we've got some confusion on Moses Lake's team. Looks like the guard maybe. Oh, we got double man in motion, 2 men in motion. That's not going to be allowed. Hightower's going to take the ball, get down a couple yards, gain for no purpose. Illegal shift by the offense. Be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down and
Now, Post Falls could choose to
20.
wave it off and let it roll to 4th down, right? But I guess they want to.
Okay, so the illegal shift happens right as the ball is snapped, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means the play did occur. It's not a penalty that can happen before the ball is snapped. It has to be occurring. So I think they could wave it off, which they did, and now it'll be 4th down and 15. So I guess in that sense, it makes sense that they would wave it off, and instead of 3rd and 20, make it 4th and 15, and hopefully Moses Lake will punt, which they are in punt formation. Got number 40, it goes in motion on that lineup. The ball comes out really high. Punter is able to get the ball away, and it ends up downfield at about the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. I'm trying to be telepathic here and send the message to the coach. We need number 64 in the game. We need number 64, Coach.
He got a lot of play time on Wednesday, so that was good.
Did he play 4 quarters? I mean, you're only allowed to play, 5 quarters?
You're allowed to play 5 during the week. So every one of the players on the field here, some of them may have played Wednesday, but you can only play 5 during the week.
Looks like Mcewen is still in at quarterback. Hands the ball off to Devin Burton. Devin Burton's met right at the line. 2nd down and 10. That 4 or 8? I guess that's 8.
Yep.
Mcewen to Devin Burton for a short gain. 3rd down and 7. Third down and 7. Mcewen sends a man in motion. Number 6, Devin Burton. He passes to him out there. We've got a nice block. Devin Burton takes off for the goal line and makes it in. We had a nice block out here on the corner by, I think, number 54, Kyler Cooley. I don't know, Tyson, if you can play that back, but it was a nice block. It just pushed the defender towards the sideline, and Devin was able to make that cut and get in for the goal. Now we see a little bit different look by Post Falls, where the offensive line moves over under center. They're going to try a kick here. Mcewen hold, and the kick is blocked. I think that might have been number 20, Tyrus Blake, kicking that. It was a low kick, and it ended up being blocked. With that, Post Falls 48, Moses Lake Chiefs 12.
Here's that block again, Doug, you were talking about here.
That's the one right there I was thinking right here.
Now there's another one that comes up. The defender right ahead of him.
Oh, he just
pushed
keeps
it bay.
pushing it back.
Yeah. Couple
Yeah,
of
so
good blocks that.
Had some nice blocks on that play. Devin does a real good job of working around his blockers. Number 29 kicking off for Post Falls, Jackson Duthie. It's an end-over-end kick. Bounces at the 20-yard line. It's mishandled there by number 24. 24, however, picks up the ball and runs through the defenders. He's got one man to beat.
Oh, and the trip.
Falls and trips on the 30-yard line. He beat the man. He actually got a good block from somebody on the side there. And
he sure didn't get slowed down by the mishandling at the reception. That was a
number
great
24,
run.
Julian Moreno, made some nice moves back here and probably just got a little bit overbalanced over his feet and then tripped on the yard line. So now it'll be 1st and 10 Moses Lake. I think he saw stars. I think he saw the lights, the fame.
Well, that defender, he caught his foot. He didn't
he did catch his foot?
Yeah, looking at it again. He caught his foot.
I was thinking that he just tripped.
No.
Maybe got unbalanced and then tripped. Handoff was Meeks to Hightower. Hightower throws the ball down. He's got a receiver down on the 10-yard line. That was a kind of a razzle-dazzle. Number 1, Isaiah Moreno Jackson seems to be their primary receiver. But I don't know if you noticed that. That was Hightower was in there, but he was not in the quarterback position. But Meeks handed it to him, and then Hightower threw the ball from the backfield. Meeks in shotgun formation. Hightower is over here to the left. He hands off to number 40. Number 40 is Noah Burns. Noah Burns runs it down to about the 5-yard line. 1st and goal from the 5. Or 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal now. Meeks in shotgun formation. That's a wrinkle we hadn't seen before where he gives it to Hightower. Hightower throws it from the backfield. The ball was handed again to Noah Burns for no gain on that play. 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Seems like we should have some fireworks coming out of the window
That's
here.
Right.
Maybe an SOS gun or something. We got a touchdown by Moses Lake, probably overshadowed by all the noise that the cheer squad was doing here on the Post Falls side. Moses Lake try for extra point. Meeks in shotgun formation with Noah Burns, in the backfield. Meeks takes the ball, hands off to Noah Burns. Noah's down there on about the 3-yard line. Doesn't make it past the line of scrimmage. With that score, Post Falls lead Moses Lake 48-18 with just over 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter.
Let's take a look at that run that led to that touchdown there.
Yeah, because I don't know about
so he
you,
made
but
the
I
reception.
totally missed that.
Yeah, tucked it in. Thought he was in the clear, but just as he was about to fully be broken free from the last defender, the defender dives, just snags his
just
calf.
Catches him enough
just
on his
barely
calf.
Catches him enough
that he's able to trip him up.
Yep.
Well, that was a valiant play by the defender to trip him up too. He's being blocked, driven down, and he at the very last minute reaches out.
Yeah, if he hadn't made that dive, it wouldn't have happened. He was the runner. Was that Moreno? That was Moreno, right?
I think that was Isaiah. Yeah,
Moreno Isaiah
Jackson
would have been just free all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, so I was
That's a great run back.
I missed that. It looked to me like the defender had actually fallen, been blocked down before that, and he just tripped. But obviously the defender tripped him up. So nice play by the defender. Nice run by Isaiah. Hunter Blackman back to kickoff. It's a short kick. Caught right there by number 38. Matthew Duthie. Matthew Duthie. I've been saying that wrong all day.
No, but you were Duthie earlier, so it was good. Yeah.
I can never decide. First down, Post Falls. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Who do we got at quarterback now? 38 quarterback, hands off to number 46 in the backfield. He's met there by the defender. Sorry, number 36 and number 46. 36 is Riley Sullivan. The ball was handed off to Trenton Fuller. Shout out to the new line. Came in fourth quarter. Man in motion, number 40, stops there over the right tackle. And he takes off before the ball is snapped. Unfortunately, that'll cost him 5 yards.
I like 5 better than 40.
Second down and 20. Unless they decline the penalty. Which they do not. So it'll be second down and about 20. Riley Sullivan quarterbacking.
So I think we'd normally see CJ playing as quarterback at this point, or at least trading out with Riley. But from what I understand, he got injured at Wednesday's game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and I was kind of trying to find him on the field, see if he's recovered or not. Not sure the status there, but not seeing him on the field makes me think he might need a little more time.
Got number 40 in motion, sets up over the right tackle. Ryan Sullivan back to pass. He lets go. And he got a interception. Let's see if they call it a completed pass to the defender. I think number 40 caught that ball and then fumbled it. Noah Burns And Moses Lake was still able to land on the fumble. It'll be 1st and 10 Moses Lake from the 34-yard line. You got Meeks in at quarterback. You got Hightower over to the right flank. You got number 40. Meeks backs up to pass. He's got a receiver. The receiver goes through his hands, Isaiah, for an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10. Yeah, the ball comes out not nearly as clean. But that time he hit his receiver, just couldn't hang on to it. Makes hands off to number 40. Number 40 hits a man, bowls over 2 men before he's brought down by number 5 and number 35. Trey Smith and Gavin Reynolds. Be 3rd down and 1. Meeks in shotgun formation, looks back to pass again. This time it's picked up by the defender, intercepted. Intercepted by number 5. 5's Trey Smith on the interception. Post Falls ball. Looks like it's going to be on the 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Let's take a look at that run. That was quite a run by the Chiefs just a moment ago.
By Noah Burns?
Yeah.
He ran over 2 players.
He ran over two players. That's what I wanted to see again.
Stop him. Yeah.
Just bowls right over 1, bowls right over a 2nd, has a 3rd coming at him from behind who finally brings him down.
Yeah, it was a good run by Noah. Just
I was watching some NFL highlights last night, and I saw some plays like that.
Yeah. In fact, if you were watching the same thing I watched, they were saying, how do you tackle Mike Alstott? I don't know if you remember him, but he was like a fullback, and, man, you did not want to get in his way. I mean, he'd be flat on the ground. Here we go. Isaac Mcewen back in for quarterback for the Post Falls. Hands off to number 6. Number 6 takes a right turn. Is met up there by a couple defenders. Almost a 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Yeah, you know, Herschel Walker was another running back that you did not want to get tackled by. They said Herschel Walker had thighs as big around as a tree, and just huge, and quick, so quick. But yeah, there's some of these guys. I got to believe there's a little bit of fear in your eyes when you see some of those guys running right at you. Quarterback moves up under center to get the 1st down. The defense is ready for that, and they're able to not hold him back. He was able to push over the line. Be 1st and 10, Post Falls. That time I thought the defense stood him up pretty good, but the offense just had enough power to push ahead, enough for a 1st down.
And where they're marking the ball is just inches from where the chains were, so that was a pretty close call.
That was a very
and coincidentally,
close call.
right on the 35-yard line.
I thought he made it over the line.
I thought he did too. I would have called that at maybe the 37, 36. Maybe not the 37, probably the 36.
You got to wonder what the odds are to always be on the line like that.
If we were ever to start tracking statistics, that'd probably be the first one.
Okay, Isaac. Shotgun formation again. They must be running the clock down. He's waiting for something. There he puts his mouthpiece in. He's up under center. Going to do another quarterback dive. Oh, he's going to kneel on it. He's going to run out the clock. I think that shows some sportsmanship on Post Falls' team. They're able to run out the clock. I thought maybe that was the horn there, but I guess not. It's just somebody banging on the bleachers.
If you actually heard it, it definitely wasn't the horn.
Here we go with Post Falls now. Quarterback takes a snap,
again.
takes a knee again, gets hit, You got to be careful with that defense. You don't want to hit him if he's taking a knee. Oh, it looks like there's maybe a little talking back and forth out there. The line judge came in.
1 second. Oh, there's the clock.
And there we have it, folks. Post Falls over Moses Lake, 48-18. And there is the air horn.
Thanks for watching, folks. We'll be back with you for our next game here in the next couple of weeks.
Have a great weekend, folks.